This short presentation will walk through the 2016 Milwaukee County EMS process changes. We will briefly outline the changes to the MCEMS Physician Medical Control process that affect you as a medical control physician. We will provide an overview of the revised medical command form. And finally, we will discuss the revised medical control process. You may find it helpful to pause the video at times to review the information pictured. Here you can see three phases of change that are taking place with how medical control will function. First, on Monday, April 11th, several changes will be initiated. The simplified medical command form will launch. This will be discussed in more detail on the next slide. In addition, a process change will occur whereby the medical control physician will provide a brief overview of the patient status and disposition to the EMS-COM communications staff at the end of the radio call. This will be discussed in more detail in the upcoming slide as well. In approximately early May, the medical control area will move to Team 1 of the emergency department by the old minor care area with all resources previously available. Due to the new distance from EMS-COM staff, the brief patient description at the end of the radio call will then occur over the phone. Later, around June 1st, EMS-COM will move off-site, but will still be available over the phone. We will briefly review the new simplified medical command form. As you can see, much of the information previously located in the bottom of the form, including diagnosis and medication entry, has been replaced by a larger free text box. Starting at the top of the form, as always, the med number must be entered before the call begins. This important first step initiates the call and timestamps the recording. The pink boxes will be filled in automatically. Fill in as many of the blue boxes as possible. The new, larger medical decision-making box. Please enter a brief and concise description of the encounter and the medical decision-making. This should be completed in the SBAR format, briefly outlining the situation, background, assessment, and recommendation. Once the form is complete, enter your base doc number at the bottom, as before, along with your password. If it is an interesting, educational, or problematic case, please click the Review for QA box in the upper right. Finally, in the lower right, you must click the signed box and click Submit to complete the form. Here is an outline of the revised medical control process. We can start at the top with the green box. Following the pathway outlined in red to the right, if the patient does not need transport or hospital notification is not necessary, you, the medical control physician, calls EMS-COM to notify of disposition. Following the pathway in blue, downward, if transport is needed, the receiving hospital needs information that you will call EMS-COM and provide the disposition and elements listed. This should be a welcome change that we no longer have to call the hospital directly. To summarize, in the fiery portion on your left, after all medical command interactions, call EMS-COM with report, not the hospital. Thank you for taking the time to review the upcoming process changes for Milwaukee County EMS Medical Control, and thank you for serving as a medical control physician. If further questions or concerns arise, as always, feel free to discuss with Milwaukee County Medical Director Dr. Colella or Assistant Medical Director Dr. Weston.